The Peninsular Rivers of India. In this, we will discuss important rivers of South or Peninsular India, that is, the river Kaveri, the Krishna, the Godavari and the Narmada. The Kaveri. The Kaveri River, also spelled Kaveri in English, is one of the major rivers of India which is considered sacred by Hindus. The origin of the river is traditionally placed at Talakaveri, Kodagu district in the Western Ghats in the state of Karnataka. Flows generally south and east through Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and across the southern Deccan Plateau through the southeastern lowlands, emptying into the Bay of Bengal through two principal mouths. Kaveri River Basin is estimated to be 72,000 square kilometers, with many tributaries including the Shimsha, the Hemavati River, the Arkavati River, Honnuhole River, Lakshmana Tirtha River, Kabini River, Bhavani River, the Lokapavani River, the Noyal River and the Amaravati River. Rising in southwestern Karnataka state, it flows southeast some 475 miles, that is, 765 kilometers to enter the Bay of Bengal. East of the city of Mysore, it forms the island of Shivanasamudra, on either side of which are the scenic Shivanasamudra Falls that descend about 320 feet, that is 100 meters. The river is the source for an extensive irrigation system and for hydroelectric power. The river has supported irrigated agriculture for centuries and served as the lifeblood of the ancient kingdoms and modern cities of South India. The river is considered to rise at Talakaveri in the Brahmagiri hills in Kodagu, though there is not a flow at this point all year round. The river Kaveri, one of the 7 sacred rivers, Sapta Sindhu of India, is one of the most important rivers in South India. The source occurs at a point where the Western Ghats join the Bengunad range. The Kannike, another stream which rises nearby, joins Kaveri at the foot of the hill in a village named Bhagamandala. A third river, the Sujyoti, is also said to join Kaveri here unseen. The Kaveri forms the principal drainage of Kodagu and is already a major river when it leaves the Western Ghats near Kushalanagara. After the river leaves the Kodagu hills and flows on to the Deccan Plateau, the Kabini River joins the Kaveri River at Tirumakudlu Narsipura in Karnataka. At Tirumakudal Narsipur in Karnataka, it forms 2 islands, Srirangapattana and Shivanasamudra. At Shivanasamudra Island, the river drops 320 feet, 98 meters, forming the famous Shivanasamudra Falls, known separately as Gaganachukki and Bharachukki. Asia's first hydroelectric plant, built in 1902, was on the left falls and supplied power to the city of Bangalore. In its course through Karnataka, the channel is interrupted by 12 anekats, that is dams, for the purpose of irrigation. From the anekat at Madadakatte, an artificial channel is diverted at a distance of 72 miles, that is 116 kilometers, irrigating an area of 10,000 acres, that is 40 square kilometers, and ultimately bringing its water supply to the town of Mandya. The cities of Bangalore, Mandya and Mysore depend almost entirely on the Kaveri for their drinking water supply. In fact, the river is called Jeevanadi, which in Kannada means a river supporting life. The river enters Tamil Nadu through Dharmapuri district, leading to the flat plains where it meanders. It drops into the Hogenekal Falls just before it arrives at the town of Hogenekal in Tamil Nadu. The 3 minor tributaries, Palar, Chennar and Topar, enter into the Kaveri on her course, above Stanley Reservoir in Mettur, where the dam has been constructed. The Mettur Dam joins the Sita and Pala mountains beyond that valley through which the Kaveri flows up to the Grand Anekat. The dam in Mettur impounds water not only for the improvement of irrigation, but also to ensure the regular and sufficient supply of water to the important hydroelectric generating station at Mettur. The river further runs through the length Erode district where river Bhavani, which is running through the breadth of the district, merges with it. The confluence of the rivers Kaveri, Bhavani and Akash Ganga imaginary, is at the exact place of Bhavani Kudutturai or Triveni Sangamam, northern part of Erode city. While passing through Erode, two more tributaries merge. Noyal and Amaravati join it before it reaches Tiruchirappalli district. Here the river becomes wide, with a sandy bed and flows in an easterly direction until it splits into two at Upper Anaikat Mukkombu, about 14 kilometers west of Tiruchirappalli. The northern branch of the river is called the Kollirun or Kollidam, while the southern branch retains the name Kaveri and then goes directly eastwards into Tanjavur district. These two rivers join again and form the Srirangam island near Tiruchirappalli. The primary uses of Kaveri are providing water for irrigation, water for household consumption, and the generation of electricity. An estimate at the time of the first 5-year plan puts the total flow of the Kaveri at 12 million acre-feet, that is 15 kilometers to the power of 3, of which 60% was used for irrigation. The Thorekadanahalli pump station sends 540 MLD, million liters per day, of water from Kaveri 100 kilometers to Bangalore. The water for the Kaveri is primarily supplied by monsoon rains. Dams such as the Krishnarajasagara Dam and Mettur Dam and those on its tributaries such as Banasura Sagara Dam project on a Kabini River tributary store water from monsoon periods and release the water during the dry months. Even so, during the months of February to May, water levels are often quite low, and in some channels and distributaries, riverbeds may become dry. Flow generally begins to increase in June or July. However, in some years when rains are light, the low river level can lead to agricultural distress in areas dependent upon the Kaveri for irrigation. The hydroelectric plant built on the left Shivanasamudra Falls on the Kaveri in 1902 was the first hydroelectric plant in Karnataka. The Krishnarajasagara Dam has a capacity of 49 TMC feet, and the Mettur Dam, which creates Stanley Reservoir, has a capacity of 93.4 TMC feet, 1,000 million cubic feet. In August 2003, inflow into reservoirs in Karnataka was at a 29-year low with a 58% shortfall. Water stored in Krishnarajasagara amounted to only 4.6 TMC feet. The Krishna. The Krishna River is one of the longest rivers in central southern India, about 1,300 kilometers in length. It rises at Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra in the west and meets the Bay of Bengal at Hamsaladevi in Andhra Pradesh on the east coast. It also flows through the state of Karnataka. The delta of the river is one of the most fertile regions in Bharat and was the home for ancient Satavahana and Ikshwaku Sun dynasty kings. Vijayawada is the largest city on the river Krishna. The delta of the river is one of the most fertile regions in Bharat and was the home to ancient Satavahana and Ikshwaku Sun dynasty kings. Vijayawada is the largest city on the river Krishna. Ecologically, this is one of the disastrous rivers in the world in that it causes heavy soil erosion during the monsoon season. It flows fast and furious, often reaching depths of over 75 feet, that is 23 meters. Ironically, there is a saying in Marathi, language of Maharashtra, Sunt Vahate Krishna Mai, which means, quiet flows Krishna. This term is also used to describe how a person should be, as quiet as Krishna. But in reality, Krishna causes a high degree of erosion between June and August. During this time, Krishna takes fertile soil from Maharashtra, Karnataka and western Andhra Pradesh towards the delta region. Tributaries. Its most important tributary is the Tungabhadra River, which is formed by the Tunga River and Bhadra River that originate in the Western Ghats. Other tributaries include the Koyna River, Bhima River, and its tributaries such as the Kundali River feeding into the upper Bhima River basin, Malaprabha River, Ghataprabha River, Erla River, Varna River, Dindi River, Musi River, and Dudganga River. The rivers Koyna River, Vasna, Panchganga River, Dudganga, Ghataprabha River, Malaprabha River, and Tungabhadra River join Krishna from the right bank, while the Erla River, Musi River, Maneru and Bhima rivers join the Krishna from the left bank. Three tributaries meet Krishna River near Sangli. Varana River meets Krishna River near Sangli at Haripur. This spot is also known as Sangameshwar. Panchaganga River meets Krishna River at Narso Bavadi near Sangli. Sangameshwaram of Kurnool district in Andhra Pradesh is a famous pilgrim center for Hindus where Tungabhadra and Bhavanasi rivers join Krishna. Sangameshwaram temple is now drowned in the Sri Shailam reservoir and visible for devotees only during summer when the reservoir's water level comes down. Dams: Basavasagar Dam, Almatti Dam, Sri Shailam Dam, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, Prakasham Barrage, Jurala Dam, Dhom Dam, Narayanpur Dam. Krishna Basin extends over an area of 2,58,948 square kilometers, which is nearly 8% of total geographical area of the country. The basin lies in the states of Andhra Pradesh, 1,13,271 square kilometers, Karnataka, 76,252 square kilometers, and Maharashtra, 69,425 square kilometers. Krishna River rises in the Western Ghats at an elevation of about 1,337 meters, just north of Mahabaleshwar, about 64 kilometers from the Arabian Sea, and flows for about 1,400 kilometers and outfalls into the Bay of Bengal. The principal tributaries joining Krishna are the Ghataprabha, the Malaprabha, the Bhima, the Tungabhadra, and the Musi. An average annual surface water potential of 78.1 km to the power of 3 has been assessed in this basin. Out of this, 58 km to the power of 3 is utilizable water. Area for cultivation in the basin is about 2,03,000 square kilometers, which is 10.4% of the total area of cultivation of the country. The river Godavari. The Godavari is a river that runs from western to southern India and is considered to be one of the big river basins in India. It originates near Trimbak in Nasik district of Maharashtra state and flows east across the Deccan Plateau into the Bay of Bengal near Rajamundry in East Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. Course: the Godavari River is a major waterway in central India, originating in the Western Ghats, Trimbakeshwar in the Nasik subdivision or district of Maharashtra, and flowing eastwardly across the Deccan Plateau through the state of Maharashtra. It is the second largest river in India. It is known as Dakshin Ganga. It enters Andhra Pradesh at Kandhakurti in Nizamabad district, crosses the Deccan Plateau and then turns to flow in a southeast direction until it empties into the Bay of Bengal through two mouths. Basara on the banks of Godavari in Adilabad district is home to a famous temple for goddess Saraswati and is only to the second temple for the goddess in India. The Sri Ram Sagar project, which was constructed on this river 1964 to 69, serves the irrigation needs of Adilabad, Nizamabad, Karimnagar and Warangal districts. Dharmapuri, with a temple dedicated to Lord Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, is the second temple town that also attracts pilgrims from Maharashtra. Although the river arises only 80 kilometers from the Arabian Sea, it flows 1,465 kilometers to empty into the Bay of Bengal. Just above Rajamundry, there is a dam that provides water for irrigation. Below Rajamundry, the river divides into two streams that widen into a large river delta which has an extensive navigable irrigation canal system, Dhavaleshwaram Barrage, that links the region to the Krishna River delta to the southwest. The Godavari River has a drainage area of 3,42,812 square kilometers that includes more than one state, which is nearly 1/10 of India. Vipravara, Indravati, Vainganga, Varadha, Pench, Kanhan and Penuganga rivers discharge an enormous volume of water into the Godavari system. Its tributaries include Indravati River, Manjira River, Bindusara River and Shabari River. Ecological significance. The Koringa mangrove forests in the Godavari Delta are the second largest mangrove formation in the country. Part of this has been declared as the Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary, renowned for its reptiles. The Krishna-Godavari basin is one of the main nesting sites of the endangered olive ridley turtle. The mangroves also provide an important habitat to a wide variety of fish and crustaceans. These forests also act as barriers against cyclones, tropical storms, and tidal waves, thus protecting the nearby villages. Major towns and cities along the river Godavari. In Maharashtra, Nasik, Trimbakeshwar, Kopargaon, Paitan, Gangakhed, Nanded, Sironcha. In Andhra Pradesh, Basara, Adilabad, Gnana Saraswati Temple, Nirmal, Adilabad, Nirmal Toys, Gudemgutta, Adilabad, Temple, Dharmapuri, Karimnagar, Narasimhaswamy Temple, Kaleshwaram, Karimnagar, Kaleshwara Mukteshwara Swami, Shiva Temple, Manthani, Karimnagar, Gautameshwara Swami, Shiva Temple, Sri Rama, Saraswati Temples, Mancherial, Adilabad, Godavari Khani, Karimnagar, Bhadrachalam, Khammam, Rajamundry, East Godavari, Kovuru, West Godavari, Tallapudi, West Godavari, Narsapur, West Godavari, Antarvedi, East Godavari. Dams and bridges along the river. A barrage was built on the river at Dhavaleshwaram by Sir Arthur Cotton in 1852. As it was damaged in 1987 floods, it was rebuilt as a barrage and roadway during 1987 and named after him. The roadway connects Dhavaleshwaram in East Godavari and Vijeshwaram in West Godavari. There is also a big dam built just after the source of the river at Trimbakeshwar. The dam is in the town of Gangapur, which literally means a town on a river. The dam provides drinking water to the residents of Nasik and also supplies water to the thermal power station situated downstream at Eklahara, which provides power to the town. There is another multi-purpose project on the Godavari River named Shri Ram Sagar Project on the borders of Adilabad and Nizamabad district. It is in the town of Pochampad, 60 kilometers away from Nizamabad. It irrigates 4 districts of northern Telangana region of Andhra Pradesh and supplies power. The Jaikavadi Dam near Paitan is one of the largest earthen dam in India. This dam was built to address the problem of drought in Marathwada region and problem of flood along the bank of river. 2 left and right canals provide the irrigation to fertile land up to Nanded district. This dam has major contribution in industrial development of Aurangabad, Maharashtra. There are 3 railway bridges which are connected in between East Godavari and West Godavari districts. Havelock Bridge, Rail cum Road Bridge, and New Railway Bridge.